Right, we're going to dive on into property page number 2. So in your main ClickFunnels menu, I'll also almost forgot to show you. So when you do click on a link after you have bought ClickFunnels and you own ClickFunnels, and when you do click on the URL of the actual funnel page or the link, it will actually take you to this tab over here, Share Funnels, in your main homepage. So when you click on a link to download a funnel, this is where they all will come. And all you have to do is you come over here to the title. It'll say complete, and you hover over, it'll say view funnel, and when you click on it, it'll take you right to the funnel and it'll put it in your main page. Now I already have it, so it'll take you to this tab, all funnels. And this is where it'll pop up after you click on it. We're going to go to property site number 2. And again, this is your main section. If you want to clone this funnel step, all you have to do is click on the clone funnel step. And it'll allow you to kind of duplicate it or copy it. So if you want to make another one a little bit different, but you want to save this. So if you, let's say you're a little bit creative and you kind of like it, but you want to change it a little bit different, but you don't want to edit the original, well then all you have to do is just click clone funnel step, and then it'll be one more button that says add to funnel. You click on that button and it'll just add it. It'll duplicate it. That way you have multiple, like I have a second one right here, just in case when I want to play around with editing. Again, you got your main domain. We got the stats to show you how many visitors went there. You got the contacts, so if any people opted in, all their contacts will be here. And then of course we got the settings, so where we can choose our domain and then change the path of it. So this can be 123 Broadway. Again, scroll all the way to the bottom and then click Save and Update Settings. Don't forget, automation tab, you can ignore that. That's fine. The automation tab, if you're curious, ClickFunnels does have their own email and text message autoresponder. You do have to upgrade to the bigger package, and that will be called Actionetics. It's really cool. It's really awesome. But if you already have a CRM for your real estate business, then you won't really need it. Again, you got the publishing. And I know you're wondering, well, what's the difference between settings tab and the publishing tab? Well, the publishing tab is the publishing for each individual page. The settings is for the overall actual landing page or funnel. So the settings is for everything. Publishing tab is for the specific page that you're editing. So if I want to change the name of this specific page, I'll click on publishing, can change the name. I can even change the path for that one too. If I want to change the domain, which I don't recommend you doing, you can, but I don't recommend it again. So let's just go back to overview, and we'll go to edit page. Again, this one is a little bit different. We got the big image in the background. So for the image in the background, I know it's a little bit different. To edit this, it's not a section. I know you're wondering, well, is it a green hover thing section? No, because this is for the entire background. So to change the image of the entire background, go up to settings, and then you scroll down to general. And then over here, actually for general, you got, actually I apologize, no, ignore that. That's for a different funnel. So for settings, you just go to background. Click on background. And you can change, if you just don't want an image, you just want a color, you can just erase the image by double clicking and backspacing or deleting it. Or you can even change it to a different color. You can add a video, but I will show you that in the next landing page, property page. The next property page is with a video. Again, if you want to change the image, you click on the image. They do have stock, they got different background styles, or just add and upload your images. Again, to change the text, you just click on the text. You can bold it, highlight and bold it. You can change if you want to change the fonts, then what you do is you hover over it and go to the gear icon, click on that, and go over to font family, and you can change your fonts. If you want to change this image, you just click on the image. Again, you go over to image, click on the image box, and you can upload any image you would like there. If you don't want an image of the actual property, you can even put your headshot there. You can even put, whatever city you're in. You can have the backdrop of the city behind you. this is the actual view from the property. But like if you're in Phoenix, New York, and you just want a pretty picture in the background, you can change it to that as well too. I definitely recommend either having an image from the actual property, or just an image of the city that you're in. So people have something, when they see it, they recognize it. They'd be like, oh, that's my hometown, or that's, the city of New York. That's where I'm at. That way there's just more congruency. Again, if you want to force them to give your address, you can, hit the orange sign and you scroll down to input, and that way you can add a new input. Change the text here, presented by, put your name and the brokerage name. Depending on the state you're in, I know here in California, you need to put your license number and you need to put what brokerage you're part of. Every state has their own different rules. Again, if you want to change the color of the button, you just click on the button, go to themes right here, and you can change the color of the button. You can even make it 3D, a little bit more pop. And there's different settings for the button. You can make it rock, bounce, have cool little effects. You can make it bold. You can give it a more of a border, a thick border. You can have subtext to it. Change the font as well. And that's pretty much how you edit the main page. I know if you can tell, obviously you see right here in the blue boxes, it's a little bit more of like a window tint. I like to call it window tint. You can change the tint just by hovering over to the settings. We'll change this tint for you real quick. Go over to the gear icon, hit settings. And we're going to go here to background color. So with background color, to give it a little bit of tint, that way the white text can be shown very easily, be read easily. All you do is you hit this cursor right here, and you can just go back and forth. See no tint, scroll over, and give it some tint. If you look at the color code above it, or below it, not above it, you see over here there's numbers to the right. It says 0.6. That's where I like to keep it. I think that is the perfect tint ratio. So that way you can still see the image in the back, but the white text is still very clear and easily readable. If you don't want it, again, you can just erase it, slide it to right. Or if you want it black or a different color, you can change the color too. You can make it more like a blue tint or a red tint, but just kind of play with the cursor and see where you'd like it at. But if you like it where it's at right now, you can just leave it. It's already preset for you. And that's the main page. We'll just show you a quick preview of it. And this is what it looks like. This is what they'll come to after they see your ad. If you want to add a little bit more of an about section too, you can as well. Another easy way to add an about section is you can see where it says clone. You got the gear icon, says setting, and you got clone. Clone just means copy or duplicate. So let's see what happens when I click on that. It automatically makes a second one. But let's say I want to make an about section right here. Well, then what you do is clone it, because we got the green section. But see where it's blue? Just go ahead and delete that if you don't want it. Let's say you want to make an about section. Then you come down over the blue sign. Remember, we hit the blue sign, and we can add different columns. Well, I just want one column. Then we got the column. Add new element. We got headline, subheadline, paragraph. You can add an image if you want. If you want to add paragraph about you. But remember, there is no tint behind it yet. So you'll want to go to the gear icon. Go to background color. So there's no background. And you take the cursor and you just scroll it to the right. I like to go to 0.6. And you got the same tint right there. If you just want to delete it, just go to the trash can and hit delete. I like where it's at, so we'll just save it and go to the next step. Then we'll go to the main landing page of the property. Again, just on the orange, to change the text, you click there. We got a different font style for this page. Again, to change the background, you just go to settings, background, click on the image, top right, and I'll change the image for the whole background. The tint is under the blue section. We got the green section here. We'll have the tint. You can change the tint in the blue or the green boxes. I have it in the green boxes right here. So if you want to change the tint, go there. To change the image, you just click on the image again, click on the image box. If you want to change the size, you got image width and image height. This will change the height and width in pixels. To click on this, to change the image in this box right here, so it's text and image, click on it, but it doesn't pop up the window or the settings on the right side to change it. Just hit the gear icon, it'll pop up, and you can change the image, your headshot for right there. Remember, the gear icon will always pop up the settings on the right side, whether it's for the green box, blue box, or orange box. Now again, this box, request a private showing or contact me, will go and show the pop-up. You can change the pop-up however you like it. And again, we got the property pics. It is a thumbnail and the full size. So when you pick a picture, you'll need to put the picture in both the thumbnail right here and in the full size right here. Now for the thumbnail, I have the settings for 250 width. You can change the settings however you like it. But again, when you click on the image, it will pop up to a bigger image, so you don't need to have them too big on the page. Again, click on the orange section when you want to change the text. Got the contact button. If you want to change that, delete it, you can change it, you can. And then remember, we got the Google map here. So all you have to do is just click on that. Got open code editor. So remember, we go to Google Maps, and all you do is you just type in or search the address. And when it pops up, you go to the little share button right here. Click on the share button. Go over. It will give you a link to share, but you'll want to come over and click on the button that says embedded a map. And then it will give you this URL up here. All you have to do is just hit the button, copy HTML. And then you come over here, click on the button, open code editor, and all you do is just hit Command V if you're on a Mac, and it will paste that URL or code. And all you have to do is just click out of the box and click save. And to get it centered, I kind of just left it as is. I would definitely recommend just kind of leave it where it's at. That way it's perfectly placed. Again, you got more feature listings if you want it. If you want to add more listings, let's say you got 3 more listings or properties you want to showcase, all you have to do is just literally just hit the clone button, 6 more, and then just change out the images by doing this by the same editing. If you don't want it there, just hit the trash can button and it'll delete. If you want them to be able to click on the image and be taken to that actual property's landing page or website, just click on the image for the settings. And down at the bottom it says link URL. All you do is just paste the URL of the domain or the page where that property is. Again, this contact us. We'll put the pop-up. You can change the text for that right here or the color. And then again, you got your information, which you'll want to put your name, the brokerage, your phone number, and your license number. And then we got the privacy. Again, all you do is take the URL of that privacy. You just highlight this, hit the little chain link button right here, and you paste the URL, and that way they can click on that if needed, and they can share it on social media. Again, if you want to edit that, that's kind of an image already. If you don't want it, you can just delete it. But there you go. That's the next property page. Very easy to edit. Everything's already in the perfect place. You just got to click on the orange box and change the text to your property. Just hit save and just exit out. And I will see you on the next video.